the display of arms. A flight mode annunciator is located on the top of each PFD. It provides the display of armed or active flight guidance modes and also displays the condition of the flight director, autopilots, and auto thrust. The FMA displays the managed FMS modes, which are considered long-term actions, and selected FCU modes, which are considered short-term actions. Specifically, the modes for speed, heading, and altitude are displayed on the FMAs. There are 5 columns on the FMA. Let's identify them from left to right. The leftmost column displays the auto thrust modes. The second column displays the autopilot flight director vertical modes. The third column displays the autopilot flight director lateral modes. The fourth column displays the approach capability of the autoflight system in white and the DH or MDA in blue. The fifth column displays in white the status of the autopilot, flight director, and auto thrust. Auto thrust displays in blue when auto thrust is armed but not active. The FMGS synchronizes the fourth and fifth columns to provide identical display on both PFDs. A box appears around flight director for 10 seconds in case of automatic FMGC switching. Under some conditions, such as during approach, the second and third columns combine to display a single mode when the vertical and lateral modes are operating under one main mode. There are 3 available rows in each FMA column. The first line shows the engaged mode in green for the respective column. The example shown in the auto thrust column is the speed mode. This indicates that the auto thrust system is providing thrust to maintain a target speed. The lateral column shows that the heading mode is engaged. The autopilot flight director will provide guidance to the selected heading. The vertical column shows that the altitude mode is engaged. The autopilot flight director will provide guidance to maintain altitude. The second line shows the armed mode for the respective column. This example shows that glide slope and localizer are armed. Notice the displays are blue. This is because the armed modes shown here are selected modes. If the armed modes are managed modes, such as an FMS constraint, the armed display will be magenta colored. The third line displays special messages. These messages are delivered with a priority. Messages pertaining to flight controls have the first priority. Example 1. Manual pitch trim only in red flashes for 9 seconds, then remains steady. Example 2. Use manual pitch trim in amber flashes for 9 seconds, then remains steady. Messages related to the FMGS have second priority. For example, we show check approach selected. This reminder indicates that a non-precision approach has been selected and an ILS has been tuned on the RAD-NAV page. The pilot is alerted to FMA mode changes by a 10-second temporary white box around the mode change. For example, upon localizer capture, a white box encloses the localizer display. The box blanks after 10 seconds. and the lateral mode changes to localizer when the guidance tracks the localizer. This completes our description of the FMA. Now, let's answer some questions.